still on the hot topic, the coup d'etat in Niger or Niger Republic. The video about to check out is the 5 countries that want to back Niger against France and ECOWAS forces. As far as we know, I think Mali and Burkina Faso would be 1 and 2. I'm hearing rumors of Russia. So let's see which other countries are willing to back Niger Republic on this one. Let's get to it.
Is at the verge of being invaded by France and ECOWAS. They gave the new military government a new dateline to release the ousted president, or else they would invade. But Niger's military alone won't be able to handle the wrath of the French military and the ECOWAS military. That is why they sought out for help from some of their allies, and shockingly a country no one expected would join Niger decided to defend them if they were attacked. The first country that could be backing Niger is Russia. Russia has one of the strongest militaries in the world.
The strongest in the world, I can tell you that.
And they just might step into the ongoing conflict in Niger and back the coup leader and defend him from being arrested by France and ECOWAS. So why will Russia back them? The Wagner Group, which is a Russian mercenary, has been present in that region for quite some time, though not in Niger. They have been in Burkina Faso and Mali, where they have been helping to fight off terror groups. Niger's coup leader recently called upon the Wagner Group for help as the deadline they were given by the ECOWAS to release the country's ousted president approaches. ECOWAS planned to intervene militarily, and with the backing of the Russians, they just might relent and back off. General Salifo Modi made this request when he visited neighboring Mali, where he made contact with a member of the Wagner Group. The Niger coup leader will definitely need this backup, as it will guarantee his staying in power without the interference of France or ECOWAS. There are rumors the Wagner Group is considering the request. This will also be
still considering. I thought they already accepted.
An advantage to Russia, as this comes at a time when the West and the East are fighting for space in Africa. Both the US and Europe want to pull Africa to themselves and sign deals, but Africans say they are tired of them. These deals, which have been going on for years, haven't been fruitful, and now most African countries are now turning to the East. There was even a Russia-Africa summit, which over 90% of African heads of state attended. Russia is not the only country that is considering backing Niger. The next country that will fight alongside Niger is Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is currently trending right now for one reason.
Ibrahim Traoré, I'm sure.
Their leader, Ibrahim Traoré.
Yeah.
He is the youngest president in Africa after overthrowing the previous government in 2022. A government he believed was puppets of the French government. He claims his people suffered and were impoverished as a result of poor governance, despite the fact the country had so many mineral resources. So when he took over power, things changed for a bit, and after the Russia-Africa summit, Ibrahim Traoré made himself known to the world when he spoke out about how Africa was being used by the West as a source of raw materials. He says it's time for Africa to take a stand. It's time for Africa to enter into trade deals that won't impoverish them, but rather make their lives better.
Hopefully they don't kill him. You know, when people start all this revolution, or when people make these revolutionary statements, it threatens the powers that be, and they start, start doing some things behind the scene to take his life.
When Niger had a coup, there was a threat from France to attack Niger. Why does France want to attack Niger? Niger is a neighboring country to Burkina Faso, and it is rich in a particular mineral. A mineral France so desperately needs. This mineral powers 1/3 of all homes in France. This mineral is uranium. France desperately needs Niger's uranium, which without it, its people will suffer, especially during cold winters. So when Niger banned the export of its uranium to France, France got angry and decided that it would invade Niger if it threatened its interest in that territory. And that interest so happens to be uranium. Ibrahim Traoré decided to stand by Niger in case it was attacked by France. He knows if Niger gets attacked by France and got conquered, he may be next. So the best position he'd rather find himself in would be to join forces with Niger and stand a better chance of standing off France. Because he knows if Niger were to be conquered, he would be next. Burkina Faso happens to be one of 3 West African countries that decided to stand with Niger. Mali is another country that has decided to stand with Niger. Mali also has suffered from exploitation by France. Mali has thousands of gold mines and is the 15th biggest producer of gold in the world. France doesn't produce gold. Rather, France has the 4th biggest gold reserve in the world, while Mali has no gold reserve.
So that's Mali's gold. See what Africans have been doing to themselves.
Mali also had a military coup, where the military had to overthrow the government, which was put in place by France. They also planned to stop...
Wait, the government was put in place by France? They have so much power in Africa like that to put the government. Whew, Africa. Hey, Africa must rise up, sleeping sons of Jacob. I don't know if you guys know that song. But yeah, it's time.
Overthrow the government, which was put in place by France. They also planned to stop all gold exports to France, and this would get France angry. Their military leader, Assimi Goïta, is acting president before the election that will take place in 2024. Since Mali is also a neighbor of Niger and feared facing the same fate as Niger if it stood alone, they decided to unite forces with Niger, Burkina Faso, and a third West African country called Guinea. Guinea is another country that ousted its president through a coup, and its leader Mamadi Doumbouya now leads the country and has also taken a stand with Niger and promised to stand by them in case of an invasion. All these 3 West African countries have decided to stand Niger and have a higher chance of defeating a common enemy who might invade them later if they were divided. But the 5th country that has decided to stand with Niger in case of an attack by France and ECOWAS is quite a surprise. This country is Algeria.
Algeria, and their military is pretty good. Wow, how did they come in? Algeria, that's surprising. I would think Guinea.
Surprise. This country is Algeria. Algeria shares boundary with Niger to the north and has promised to send military troops to defend Niger if it were to be attacked by France and ECOWAS. Algeria thinks this is a problem that should be left to the people of Niger to solve alone.
I think so too.
It required no military intervention.
Right.
They went on to say if Niger were to be attacked, what happened to Libya might happen to Niger.
I just said that.
Some people even think Algeria also want to use it as an opportunity to also get out of the grip of France too. Since independence, Algeria's oil, gas, and phosphates have all been going France. The fact that they have been silent doesn't mean they aren't bordered, so they want to use this opportunity to get out. That is why Algeria is standing with Niger. Did you find this video interesting?
Yeah, I did. That was a pretty good video. That was a very, very good one. Very informative. Algeria is surprising. I didn't know. I think Guinea too might also join forces. I don't know why ECOWAS is getting involved in... I mean, they have jurisdiction because it's Economic Community of West African States. So I think they have jurisdiction to address cases like this. But I would recommend they let Niger handle. This is a topic to handle in-house, I would think. And Algeria too has been giving a lot of their natural resources to France. See Mali, they have all the gold, but they don't have the gold reserve. The gold reserve is in another country. Why is Africa doing this to themselves? Hey, my goodness. Let me know what you think about that video. When you see videos like this, it just breaks your heart. Got me wondering, like, what are our leaders doing? I think Africa is how many? 2 billion people almost, or 1 point something billion, about 2 billion people, I would think. With all those people, can we choose the best leaders and intelligent and smart people in Africa? Can we choose the best people to help us manage our resources and manage the economy perfectly? Why do we keep doing this to ourselves? See Niger with all these raw materials. I heard it's like the 2nd poorest country in the world with all this uranium. How? Like, logically, it should be impossible. Logically, it should be impossible. See the picture we're just seeing of the kid with the sand. I'm sure he helps extract the uranium. He probably doesn't even have food to eat with all the hard work. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm not saying African countries can't do business or work with France, but business has to be fair. It has to be fair. So yeah, let me know what you think about that one. Talk to me if you have an opinion that's different from mine. Feel free to share in the comment section. That being said, is the end of this video. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a very wonderful day. Peace. I made this bed on my own.